This email that you're looking at was sent. Um, it was sent to um, Rod and Becky Roberts, my landlord. It was sent to the OIG of HUD. It was sent to um, the OIG of the Veterans Affairs. It was sent to the Dayton Police Department and police chief. It was sent to everybody you can think of. And when I got to court, I introduced this. I had to introduce this procedurally by having Becky Roberts identify this. And she's like, I didn't write that. And I had to ask her another question. So, but um, I introduced another video or another um, email that uh, preceded this one that was attached to this. I said, but you, because she said, you sent that to me. I never saw that. So I had to um, have her identify another email that this was actually attached to, that this was an answer to her email that she sent me. And she's like, well, I didn't write the other email. And I had to make her admit that she had at least seen this, And, this is a part of the, this is when the scam, the bedbug payment scam um, became extortion. So I got this entered into the record, but it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't addressed as the crime that it is, you know. And Becky lied, She lied. She said she'd never seen it, and then I made her admit that she had seen it. So, um, the police chief um, protected these people, did nothing. They've done nothing. Nobody's done much to investigate this. I mean, there's still ongoing investigations. You can't blame me if I don't have any faith in that. But here's the thing, um, I have no money to fight these people. I have no money to do uh, any criminal activity. I don't go anywhere. I know they're looking at my emails. They're all these problems I'm having with my email box and shadow banning and all that stuff. Um, you know, it didn't start until this stuff started. And you know, when I when all this initially, when this started getting violent, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, man, these guys are police officers. They know dirtbag criminals and they know dirtbag cops that shoot people. So I really didn't have anywhere to turn except for start making these videos and make this public. And when I tried to introduce this as the so I could bring other documents in onto the record to make this the crime that it is. Um, the first thing um, the attorney, Becky and Rod's attorney, says is objection, relevance. And I'm trying to establish the timeline leading to where we are today. And then when I tried to do the other documents, um, the same thing happened, and they wouldn't allow them in to let me establish this crime. Okay, so I started getting shaken up at that point, you know, and I lost my confidence that I went there with because I already know uh, what the outcome's going to be. You know, they're going to protect them just like the chief of police did, and Dayton Mediation Center, and internal affairs, and all that stuff. So, you know, uh, and in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking, you know, these cops can do whatever they want. They have a license to do whatever they want, you know. So, I mean, they can pull me over and plant drugs in my vehicle and everything, but, you know, uh, will they give me a blood test and a urinalysis? I don't know. But if they do, they're going to come up short because I could pee in a cup right now, and there's nothing there. I don't have any visitors. I don't go anywhere except for the grocery store and you know, short little trips here and there. Um, my phone calls have nothing to do with drugs. You know, there's, you know, I mean, but that doesn't stop these people because there's, you know, they're in the news every day, um, shooting people, doing all kinds of stuff. You know, trying to. I've you know reported on this before, where they're pulling people over, black people over, and planting drugs on them, white people over, planting drugs on them. You know, and when I left the court yesterday, uh, or day before yesterday, I can't even. What day is it? I'm not kidding you. I just now started getting sleep over all this stuff, you know. And man, last night I was having all these weird nightmares and stuff. Anyways, when I came out of the eviction hearing, Rod wasn't there on purpose because he has a violent temper and he cannot control himself. So he couldn't be in the hearing. And when I pulled up to the light by the parking garage, um, I pulled out of the um, parking garage where I parked at, and I came down Second Street. And when I got to the light, um, there was a police cruiser, and I should have gotten a better look at it because it had a special siren, and it's not your typical siren that's on everybody's, every police officer's um, vehicle. This was somebody with some kind of authority in this police vehicle sitting in the light across from me, and I didn't get a chance to. I should have gotten a look at who it was, you know. But I can't stop in the middle, get of the intersection, get out and run over and take a look at whoever it was. But if I had to guess who it was somebody important with some kind of rank, maybe even the chief of police and Rod Roberts in the vehicle because they sounded this. They didn't flash the lights, but they hit that siren, and you know, I was like, wow, that was really strange, you know. So that's, you know, if whether that's paranoia or well-founded assumption, you know, I'm not feeling too safe over here because of these people, and they're, you know, they've already shown a pattern of criminal activity, you know. So I'm just making a record of that in case someone, in case I go to jail for some trumped up charge, because I'm not violent, you know. I'm at this point I'm laughing about this, you know. They're not renting, um, they're not renting space in my head, you know. So, anyways, I just wanted to put this out there, you know. All the all the evidence, and excuse me, I'm just waking up, getting some coffee in me, and man, I was having the weirdest. Oh, and I got I got these. I got woke up this morning. I don't know exactly what time it was, but it was totally out of character. It was, I mean, I never get calls from anonymous numbers at, that late at night and stuff, you know. Um, if it was somebody I knew, it would have a name on it, you know. But I when I answered it, you know, nobody answered, and when I called back, nobody answered. I'm sorry, I didn't make it out of bed in time to answer. But when I called back a couple of times, I'm like, "Who is this calling me at this hour?" You know, and I went back to sleep, and that's when I started having all these nightmares. You know, not nightmares, scary nightmares, but just police related, unbelievably, police related nightmares and stuff. So dreams or whatever you want to call them. But I've seen these people um, um, commit people under mental um, under mental reasons. You know, without any evidence. Just put them into observation. You know, Baker Act them, or I don't know how they do it, but I've seen them do this before. You know. So I'm not mental. I'm not, you know, I'm pretty stable, you know. So who knows what's going to happen? I can't even. I couldn't even leave the state if I wanted to. I can barely afford to drive across town. These people have ruined me so uh, thoroughly, financially and physically. My health is deteriorating. It wasn't that great to begin with. You know, I'm 62 years old, and wow, that's where we're at, folks. In Dayton, Ohio, you know, there's a reason that Dayton, Ohio stays in the top five. I'm sorry, in the top 10 for the highest murder rates in the nation. This city, Dayton, Ohio, is the highest. It's hit the top five a couple of times. Highest murder rate in the city in the entire nation. I mean, I'm going to do. I'm getting ready to do a little series on why that is. You know, there's an open door jail policy and swinging door policy down at the courthouses that puts these career criminals back on your doorstep and my doorstep. You know, and nobody is doing anything about it. The administration and several offices that they created in the county administration, the Office of Strategic Initiatives, and the Office of Reentry, and the office and the Justice Office. You know, it's all built around diversity, equity, and inclusion, and that's racism. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. That is definitive racism. You know, and it ain't white people with any privilege at this point. So I'm going to do that next, and then maybe they'll come out and kill me. I mean, that's no exaggeration, but I'm going. I've got no choice. They've given me no choice to put all this out there. I'm going to call a couple of the investigators that I've been talking to them, and I'm going to let them know that I'm in fear for my life because of the court proceeding the other day and that little siren burst as I'm leaving the courthouse. Everybody have a good day, and please like and share this information everywhere, and subscribe to my channels, Um, that's the only way that this is going to get out there, and someone notices that has, maybe some news source or reporter that isn't on the payroll, you know, um, will do what they're supposed to be doing. Thank you. I don't know what else to say. This has gone beyond normal by any means. It's gotten quite frightening. And, I have limited resources except for to, just keep doing what I'm doing and trying to get help.